Our today's class is for 12th class. As you know, our subject is geology. And then we also say this is the science of earth or earth science. We have discussed what is an unconformity. Basically, unconformity is a break in the process of sedimentation. When there is a continuous process of sedimentation, we can say that is conformation or a continuous process of sedimentation. When there is a break in sedimentation, then we treat it as or say that we called it as unconformity. Break in sedimentation is called an unconformity. So today we will discuss types of unconformities. What are the different types of unconformity? We will discuss here one type of an unconformity, that is angular unconformity. What is an angular unconformity? The rock beds on opposite sides of an angular unconformity are not parallel. So when we see in general in the process of sedimentation, we are seeing that the rock beds are formed or the sediments are deposited in a parallel fashion, in a parallel manner. Sometimes, no doubt, they formed in a curved manner. Some shales are here, and below the shales there are limestone rocks, and sometimes in the above limestones there are other types of rocks, no doubt. But they are formed, they are sedimented, the layers are sedimented one above one another. So one type of this is, if this is shale type of rock, then the next type is limestone. They formed one above the other, so in a parallel fashion. But what happens in an angular unconformity? What happens? The rock beds are formed, or they are seen on the opposite side. They are seen on, for example, here you see this is a type of shale. These are the types of shales, rocks, and here are a limestone, another type of rocks, and there are other conglomerates. Let it be, for example, also here you see that they are formed in an angular fashion. So the rocks which are formed in an angular against each other, they are known as this type of unconformity known as an angular unconformity. Here you see that this is an unconformity. Below this unconformity, the rocks have been formed against each other. This manner of formation where the rocks formed against each other, then we called it as an angular unconformity. These angular unconformities occur where older series of rock beds have been tilted. These rocks have been tilted in slanting positions, or the rocks have been deformed here. They have been deformed in a way that they have no directions and eroded. Sometimes the material have been eroded before the deposition of younger beds over it. So these rocks are formed against each other in different fashion, in an deformed manner or tilted, or they have been eroded, with the result the unconformity formed over these rocks are known as an angular unconformity. In a simple way, if you try to understand, एंगुलर अनकन्फर्मिटी एक तरह की अनकन्फर्मिटी, एक ब्रेक होती है फॉर्मेशन ऑफ रॉक्स में, जिस तरह से सेडिमेंटेशन हो जाती है डिफरेंट रॉक्स की लेयर्स में, इसी तरह से जब ब्रेक आ जाती है उसको हम अनकन्फर्मिटी, जो हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया है, इसी तरह की एक टाइप की अनकन्फर्मिटी है एंगुलर अनकन्फर्मिटी, जब रॉक बेड्स अपोजिट साइड्स में बनने शुरू हो जाते हैं in an opposite manner. They, no doubt, the rocks we have seen are formed in a parallel fashion. These rocks are not in a parallel fashion, but they are in an opposite direction. Some are vertical, some are horizontal, in a different directions, in an slanting positions, or we can say in tilted form. ये जो अनकन्फर्मिटीज होती है ओल्डर सीरीज जो बेड्स कहीं कहीं ऐसे इनकी शक्ल हो जाए, या तो डिफॉर्म हो चुके होते हैं, या रॉक्स की पोजीशन जो टिल्ट पोजीशन आ जाती है, या ऐसा दिख रहा है कि मटेरियल एरोड हो चुका है। इस तरह की फॉर्मेशन जो रॉक्स की होती है, कहीं स्लैंडिंग पोजीशन हो, कहीं टिल्टेड पोजीशन रॉक्स की हो, कहीं रॉक की डिफॉर्मेशन हो चुकी है, कहीं रॉक का लेयर ऊपर चला गया या नीचे चला गया, या ऐसे जिगजैग शक्ल में दिखाई दे रहा है, डिफॉर्म हो चुका है, या कहीं मेटीरियली अराउंड हो चुका है। इस तरह का फैशन जो पैरेलल फैशन से नहीं मिलता है, जो डिफरेंट कहीं स्लैंटिंग, टिल्टेड, डिफॉर्मड, एरोडेड टाइप की, इसके ऊपर पार्ट 2 जैसे हमने डायग्राम में दिखाया है, इसके ऊपर जो अनकन्फर्मिटी बन जाती है। बाद में जो फैशन जो रॉक्स का ऊपर पार्ट नंबर 1 में दिखाई दे रहा है, इसमें पैरेलल दिखाई। सो ये पैरेलल फैशन और ये टिल्टेड, डिफॉर्म्ड, एरोडेड फैशन अगेंस्ट फॉर्मेशन, अगेंस्ट ईच अदर, जो ये डिफरेंस बीच में जो चेंज एक है, एक ब्रेक है, इसको हम एंगुलर अनकन्फर्मिटी कहते हैं। सो दिस इज इजीली अंडरस्टूड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस डायग्राम। इसमें हमने ऊपर जो फैशन दिखाया पैरेलल फैशन है, वाइल है जो इस अनकन्फर्मिटी, एंगुलर अनकन्फर्मिटी के नीचे जो फैशन रॉक्स का है, कहीं टिल्टेड है, कहीं एरोडेड टाइप दिखाई दे रहा है, रॉक्स हो चुके हैं या रॉक्स डिफॉर्म हो चुके हैं। इस तरह का जब फैशन रॉक्स में, रॉक स्ट्रक्चर्स में या सेडिमेंटेशन में हमें दिखाई दे रहे हैं, तो उसको हम ये नाम देते हैं, इसको हम कॉल करते हैं कि ये एंगुलर अनकन्फर्मिटी। सो दिस वाज a simple type of unconformity which is known as angular conformity. It can be easily understood with the help of this diagram. So this was regarding the angular unconformity. In the next class we will try to understand other type of unconformities.